Welcome back. We're going to be working on the BMW today, as it's been a while since I showed it on YouTube. But a few things has happened. One, I did install that catch can. I don't know if I showed it or not. And the big change is I put a charge pipe from an E90, E90, E92, E9X models, which route over the engine instead of under like the old one did. So all the E89 charge pipes go under like that, and then route under the AC condenser into the intercooler. And what I've done here is I basically put I was getting some boost leaks over and over again, and I was getting tired of fixing it, so I decided why not try to fit a 335i1 in here, just because the parts are actually available to fit the charge pipe to the intercooler. I'm talking about the lower charge pipe here. And if you ever own this vehicle, the lower charge pipe is I couldn't find it anywhere, so I had to take some like 45 and 90 degree fittings like this and try to route it under the AC condenser, and that worked for a while, but then it eventually blew as well. And then what I eventually got is I contacted a company that sold this lower, so they basically sell this as a kit, and they sell this lower charge pipe. They sell this lower charge pipe that basically goes in, so that's where the charge pipe connects, and then it goes into the intercooler from here. And problem with that one is the company that I got it from sells it with their intercooler, and charge pipe doesn't really matter, the charge pipe side fits, but they basically made their intercooler like an eighth or a quarter inch smaller on the flange than any other intercooler for the BMWs. So usually all these intercoolers, all these like the stepped intercoolers, there's 7.5 ones that I've got here, is 3-inch flange, and they sell theirs at 2 3/4 or something like that flange. So what happens is basically their lower charge pipe won't fit in any other intercooler, so you have to buy their intercooler and able to fit their charge pipe. So if you got that one, then you'd be fine. It literally would just fit right in, but I couldn't find anywhere else that sold that lower charge pipe besides them, so I had to contact them to buy just a charge pipe, or the lower piece, fit it in here. And then I found out the hard way that it didn't fit into my intercooler, so I had to kind of try to gap it out for a whole ass week and then put it in there, and it barely fit. And I had the hose clamp basically on the edge of the pipe. It worked for a while, but I don't trust it, so this is what I'm going with for now. So what I did, the charge pipe fits. Problem is the intercooler, the AC line on the Z4s come like straight across here. So what I did was I straight up just bent it down, and it fit fine. There's a little bit of play, it's touching that line right now, but it's okay, it'll be fine. The next big issue was this support bracing here, and that thing basically goes down, and you won't be able to fit that J pipe in there without removing this or cutting it off. So what I did, you can see I put it back in, but I cut that front piece off, and I know that's like a structural piece, or I don't really know what it does. I'm pretty sure it's because of the hood being so far out that this is to support it somehow, or it connects to the subframe at the bottom. And what I did was I basically just cut it off at where the frame of the car is. So I connected it back, the other side's still intact, and I cut this off. That allowed me to fit that J pipe and I haven't had an issue. I've been driving around for a while, haven't had any, you know, failures or anything. And in case I am right about, I figured if it might be holding these two shock towers separate, like across from these two. So I'm going to be installing a strut bar that goes from this side to the other side, and then that'll hopefully fix that issue. Everything is working fine and no boost leaks as of yet, so we'll have to, well, I'm gonna have to see. As far as I know, there's no boost leaks right now, so it's working fine. And then I had to extend this hose for the blow-off valve. So what I ordered was a hard line like this one, plastic one, that is going to replace this line, and it's for the 335i, so it should fit perfectly into here. And yeah, so we're going to be installing that today. Alright, so what I've done, I just have to remove this one, and you do need that BMS. I got this from Burger Motorsports, and you need their little vacuum adapter thing here and able to fit the hardline fittings. But I took my my check valve, external check valve for the catch can, took it out just because I had it right here on the side, off to the side, but I'm gonna relocate it down there, and then I'm gonna have the vacuum line for the blow off valve on the side here. So I took that out, and then all you need is a 10 mil on this side and a 13 at the bottom here, and that'll give you enough room, or not enough room, but just a 13 back here to get this one out. I already loosened these, so yeah, this one's still pretty tight. There we go. There's that line out. Alright, so as you can see here, they're both going to be 12 millimeter, and I got the 90-degree fitting onto the blow-off valve, and the line basically routes behind these wires into the straight one that goes into the adapter, also 12 millimeter. And I have the check valve for my catch can at the bottom now, but it's the line for it's too short, so I gotta head to the auto parts store, get a longer, see if they have a longer line. But yeah, this hard line basically fits perfectly, and if you have the factory location charge pipe for the E89s, it'll fit just fine too. You might have to cut it a little bit, but it'll fit. And yeah, I think the intake will still fit in here for me to go out for a test drive. But I'm gonna end the video here. I hope you guys liked it. Please go ahead and give me a like, check out my other videos, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video.